As you guys know, I've been working on Component.Studio 3, and I just imported one of my games from Component.Studio 2 into the CS3 Alpha. I thought maybe you would want to check it out with me. I'm sure there's going to be bugs. This is an alpha after all. But let's take a look. I've already logged in up here in the corner, so I'm going to just go ahead and browse. There's my game, so that's good. It came in. I've got the two designs, so that's good. Data sets are there. One thing I want to make sure, yep, our images are there. Okay, everything is looking good so far. One thing I want to make sure of is that this percentage-based font comes over. These are taking an awfully long time to load. Oh, they loaded though, so that's good. Anyway, so percentage-based font. Okay, so that did come in. All right, that's good. That was something I just fixed recently, so I wanted to make sure that was good. All right, let's take a look at the design. Load it up. I mean, it looks good. Let's zoom in or zoom out a little bit so that we can see the whole thing. So if I go over here, so this is Component.Studio 2. Yeah, I mean, it looks, obviously we're at a different zoom level, but here, let's go up a little bit. There, now we're at a similar zoom level, I guess, more similar. The image is in the wrong place. Actually, that'll be easier to see though. Let's go to one of the bots, go to Blaze here. And if we go over to Blaze over here, so this is something I knew was going to happen in this design. It might happen in your designs as well. It's an easy fix. So as you can see, the image is covering the entire card in Component.Studio 2, and it's not in CS3, and that's because of a change in CS3. So let's take a look at the background image here. Well, the good news is that my code is running to actually generate that URL, but the difference is that we're doing things here. Let's look at it here too. So in CS2, we have this this kind of maintain aspect ratio based on height or stretch to fill or proportional width or whatever. So we have all that stuff. That is different in CS3, and I knew it wasn't going to translate perfectly because you have a lot more options in CS3. So in CS3, you just have width and height. Those just are there, so they don't go away like in CS2. See how when I have this maintain aspect ratio, I don't have a width field anymore because I did it based on height. So if I go over here to width, now I don't have a height field anymore. I only have the width field. So that's the difference. Like, it's always hiding one of the things. And this is very, I don't know, it's very specific. It can only do one thing. In CS3, we actually can define an area that is different from our image, and so we can kind of zoom in on the image and kind of pan it around, that sort of stuff, using object fit and object position. I don't want to do that in this case. I just want to fix the problem. But I was trying to explain the reason for this problem is simply that we have a lot more options in CS3 that will give you a lot more flexibility, but it might cause a problem during import. So what I really need to do here is just change this to width in this case. And it just depends on the orientation of your cards, what you need in this case. I want it to stretch to the width. And this one I could have left on height, honestly. It doesn't matter. It could be height. This one doesn't matter. The biggest thing is I just want to define my area as this width. So it's going to fill in the whole width of the card, basically. And that's it. It's pretty simple. So anyway, now that'll be fixed on all of my different designs. Yeah, I can see that the icons are over there on the left, or over on the right now. So that's good. Let's just page through some of these and make sure that they're looking fine. Everything seems to be good. Yeah. Okay. So I think, at least in this design, I would say everything transferred over except the one image, the image size problem, and that was easy to fix. So let's go take a look at the other design and see how that went. That's looking pretty good too, actually. Oh wait, no, this triangle is in the wrong spot. So, and there should be a word on it. So let's go back. I'm going to go in CS2 and look at that, just to make sure we're on the same page. So yeah, the text and everything is looking pretty much the same between them. Maybe up a little higher than it was. Yeah, a little higher. But otherwise it's the same. The problem is that this triangle isn't in the same position. And that, again, is a difference between CS2 and CS3, the way we're doing things. Because now we can position stuff and rotate stuff a lot better. Rotation was always funky in CS2. In CS3, rotation is perfect. And you can rotate from all kinds of different positions. So in this case, I'm telling it to rotate off of middle center. And so like if I start rotating, I don't know if you can see it because I'm doing such a little amount here, but you can see this top one is rotating here. It's rotating, 1 pixel at a time. Okay, so let's go look at the bank arrow though. That's the one at the bottom here. The rotation was funky, which offset everything. It offset the position of the arrow, so then you had to kind of deal with that offset that the rotation was causing. You don't have to do that in here, so that means that the extra buffer I had on the position is no longer relevant here. So I'm just going to go ahead and move this over to about there. That should be good. And actually, you know what I could do to make it even better? Let's turn off this. Let's not do that. Let's go over to tower arrow here and get this and get bounds. I want to get the left position of that arrow, and then I want to put the left position of that arrow here, so that way they should be perfectly aligned with each other. Something is weird though. Okay, so that's something I'm going to have to work on. Let's see here. So we've got our bounds here. Oh, I wonder if it's because it's rotated. No? Yeah, because that's off, but that's clearly off. So, okay, so I'm going to have to work on that. So for right now, I'm not going to bother with that. I'm going to push this back over here. We're going to just drag this into position where I want it to be, and I want it to be up here. And you can see that the word is there. It's simply that the arrow was in the wrong place. But I do have to figure out why the left of this one is not matching the X of that one. I'll have to figure that out. That might be a bug in CS3. It might be a bug in my design. I am not sure at this moment. But honestly, if that's the only thing that was wrong with this design, that's pretty good, coming from a major version upgrade from CS2 to CS3. So I can turn off these little borders here, and so now my card looks basically like it did in CS2. And CS3 look pretty close to each other here. So pretty happy with that. So thanks for taking a look at CS3 Alpha 5 with me. Have a good day.